Raise your hand if you want it. Awesome. Congratulations, you're going to really enjoy that. Now you have to go to Southern Plate and make chicken stew. You need to go deliver it to somebody. I do that a lot. Y'all can imagine, there's only 4 of us at my house, and I do a lot of cooking. And I can't always find people to come over and eat supper, because that would mean I'd actually have to clean the house. So I send things. People will say, how do you keep from getting big as the side of the barn? And I tell them, number one, it's camera angles. People say, how do you stay so skinny? And I'm like, well, that's pretty easy. I pick every single picture that goes on Southern Plate. That's how I do it. But I'll make a cake for us. Anytime I make, especially desserts, anytime I make some kind of a cake or pie, I'll get out 4 pieces. The next day, the rest of it goes to my husband's work. Or somewhere, we get rid of it, like call somebody, come get this food. I've had people pull up in the driveway at 10 o'clock at night and I'm running out banana pudding because I had to take pictures of it that day. But moving right along, now we're going to make our vinegar slaw. And this is about as easy as it can possibly be. So many of these recipes, I really want to say, this is just like brain dead easy. I want to say that, but I just know if I do, I'm going to offend somebody who's, a brain dead person on Southern Plate, because they probably read. My recipes are easy enough for that. Okay, we have our cabbage, and I usually do this in the food processor, but if y'all want to, just chop it up and do whatever you want. And what I like to do is I'll chop things up with a knife until I get tired of fooling with it, and then if it ends up like big pieces, I call it rustic. I was like, this is rustic. That's what the fancy restaurants do. They'll leave the skins on potatoes and like, this is rustic, country potatoes. And I'm thinking, y'all just didn't want to peel the potatoes. All right, so all we're going to do here is we've got our cabbage chopped up, and I'm going to add equal parts vinegar and sugar. That's it. So you can remember that, or you can, I have the actual measurements on southernplate.com. I'm going to give this a good stir. Now, all of these recipes, UNA made these really cool recipe cards for these, and I'm going to have them on Southern Plate tomorrow for you. I'll also post them on Facebook, and I'll send them out to the email subscribers. But let me tell you how you find them on southernplate.com. Does anybody in here garden? Do y'all like to raise your hand if you like to garden? Okay, cool. I'm providing a public service. If you go to Southern Plate and look down on the right side, there's a big picture of me. This will keep the varmints out of your garden. Go ahead, print that off, laminate it so it can withstand the elements, the weather, and everything. Put that in your garden. But what you need to do tomorrow is you need to click on that. It says Southern Plate Family Book Tour. And at the very top of that page tomorrow, I'm going to say, click here for the UNA recipe cards. They're printer friendly. You print them off, you're good to go. Okay, here is my slaw. Did you see how easy that was? Now, this is another one of those things that you really need to refrigerate it overnight before serving. Do you think I do that? No. I just stir it up real good, and then I'm already eating it. So now I'm going to make my sliders. Let me get my plate here. These are my little pork sliders. And another great thing about these, if you take these to a tailgate event, is you just take your crock pot with you. And you've got your rolls you can actually make a day ahead of time, maybe 2 days ahead of time. You've got your slaw that you can make the night before, and then you make your pulled pork in the crock pot overnight. I'm supposed to say slow cooker. Crock pot is trademarked. Did y'all actually know that? So that's why I keep saying slow cooker, slow cooker. And then you pull your pulled pork out, make your sliders, and you're good to go. So all I'm going to do is take my Jordan roll here, and then when you're done, if you want a little dessert, I've got a recipe for apple butter on there that you just make in the slow cooker overnight. I make that when I have company coming, just to show off. I feel like, if you really want to impress somebody, you wait till they go to bed and put some apple butter in the crock pot. And then you get up earlier than them and just go in the kitchen and fan the lid a little bit. Oh, you smell something? Oh, that's just apple butter. I just whipped that up last night. Would you like some? You got your Jordan rolls. Here's our pork sliders. And if y'all would give the culinary students a hand, they are going to bring out pork sliders for everybody to eat.